Welcome to day 24 of our January challenge 2022 and our new section today. Just be mindful we've got a 2-quaver lead into this, a 2-note lead in, which is D, E, and then the part that you can see on screen, F, D. Okay, so just be mindful, I'm going to be counting us in from this lead in part. So it'd be 1 and 2 and da, da, woof. Okay, I'll play today's part for you with those 2 lead-in notes and then we'll talk it through. 1 and 2 and. Lovely, so lots of space in that melody, but just getting our head around how we're going to play it. So 3, 2, 1, 2. I'm then just doing the F all on its own with a finger 2. This is my preference. And then opening out 1, 2, 3 on the E, D, C. Allowing that to totally come off and then putting all 3 back on. And because they are these crotchets or these quarter notes, there's time between these notes to have that placing to allow myself to fully come off and then go back on. And then we're not confusing anything about direction of play. All right, so should we try that together? D, E, F, D. Notice that's a tied note, so F, D. And then the next note is an F. All right, so we'll give it a go. So we're leading in with D, E, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1 and 2 and. And back on. And back to the D. And just making sure that my nice palm is over that D for the final note so that it's a really easy, minimal effort to pull that finger into the palm and get that rich tone, lovely sound. Should we just try that again? D, E, F, D. Ready? 1 and 2 and. Lots of time. Okay, well done. Left hand, same pattern we've been doing now for the last few days. Octave and a fifth, crossing under, going down to the F. This time, in the 3rd bar, we're going to an A. So we have been going to a G every time and now going up to the A. Get the same pattern, and then back to D. So remember, you can, if you wish, just go D, A, D, and F. You can just do the first 3 notes if you wish, or you can do this lovely crossing under. And as I've said before, remember, really make sure that you are crossing under nice and low. If you're not, pay some attention to it, because it's such a good skill to have. All right, crossing under nice and low. What we often fall into the trap of doing is sort of doing straight line placing. I was there, so I'm just going to come in a straight line here, and suddenly we've got no power behind our thumb. We're all kind of scrunched up. Okay? That made me sound very northern. Scrunched up. Okay? So, it's in our left hand. I was just showing you through the right. Should we just do the left hand together? Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and. Down to the F. Next one's going to be an A. Back up to the D. Okay, I've not mentioned it actually, but you'll notice that there are the chord names written above the music, above the melody line. So that's an A minor chord that's happening there. Okay, and remember, in what's known as a lead sheet would just have the melody line with those chords written above too. Okay, so but it can be a useful just hint of where our starting note is in that left hand. Okay, let's take it really steady and we'll try putting hands together. Remember, the top hand is D, E, F, D, then the F on its own, and then the 3 notes, and so on. Okay, so here's our count in. Left hand ready. So we're just coming in with these 2 quavers on their own at the end of the previous bar, which is the D, E and then F, D, which is what you can see on the screen. 1 and 2 and. Brilliant, okay. So really allow the fact that the right hand is hardly moving location. Allow that to help you to not panic about the fact that that's placing while the left hand's also doing some moves. So the fact that this is sort of going E, D, C, and then just back in the same place, you know, you can do that without looking, okay? You can find it for a second and just play it, and then just open all 3 back on and play upwards. You can do it, okay? So you can give the attention to the left hand and where that's going. And it may be helpful, this transition, the one that's going to an A for once, to know that having finished the F1 second bar, you finish on an A and you're just opening your thumb back to that note. So it doesn't need to be a big scary move because it's a bit different. All right, work on it well. Do work on the transition as well from bar 21 leading in to there. And we'll also do some more on that in a few days' time, but don't just do it on the days that I'm doing it with you. You keep working on the flow in. Okay, well done. Join me on the play along video and we'll go through that a few times at some different speeds. Well done.